Well, folks, it's been a while, and I thought I'd show you this. I just finished boiling off my first ever batch of birch syrup. Um, so, for anybody who doesn't know, birch syrup is basically the same as maple syrup, but made from birch. And basically, what I do is I collected sap from birch trees, which I did using these bottles. I have actually quite a lot of bottles here. Now, traditionally, what you do is drill into the trunk, stick a spout in the trunk, and collect the sap that way. But with birch trees, probably a less invasive way of doing it, or invasive, I think is the right word, is to just chop the end off a branch, stick a bottle on it, which I use to tie on around the branch with this twine, and it would basically just drop into this. Now, you do it at this time of year when the sap starts flowing, but collect that a few days later, and you have a litre of sap, and then if you boil it down you get a syrup. Now there's a much lower sugar content in birch sap than there is in other tree saps like maybe maple syrup, which has a much higher sugar content, so you have to boil down quite a lot, and I've boiled down however many litres are in this, which is a big enough pot, and I'm left with this bit at the end. So I'll first time tasting it here. It took a while to boil off as well, in fairness. You got a few hairs stuck in there, have to watch out for that, but that's it there. So I'll have a quick taste. Okay, that's very sweet. Not as sweet as maple syrup. Certainly not as sweet as something like honey, though. It actually reminds me of yacon syrup. It's kind of got this spicy flavour to it as well. Something else in there. But yeah, very, very nice. And got a nice consistency there. There's still a few bubbles in there. I might give it a boil off a little bit more just to get rid of any of that water. But yeah, that's very, very nice. I like that a lot, actually. Very, very sweet, as I said. So maybe let's say if honey was a 10, this would be probably about an 8 or a 9 even. But yeah, free sugar if you put in the time to collect it, although you do get, or you don't really get that much. And you know, it's a funny thing, because maple syrup is one of those things that you can buy in shops everywhere. Yet there's nobody that I know of decided upon that makes birch syrup, and birch trees grow literally everywhere. They are all over the place. I really didn't have to do a lot of looking to find a batch of birch trees to tap. So I might make another batch, because as I said, you don't really get that much.